Justin here, back for another review, and today I will be reviewing the Lone Ranger Constitution Train Chase. This is for ages 8 to 14 with 699 pieces. This is set number 79111. On the front of the box, you can see the entire set, and as you can see, it's a very big set. This retails for $99.99 US money. And you can see in the top right corner the Disney logo. And next to that, you can see the Lone Ranger himself. The minifigures you get are the Lone Ranger, Tonto, Danny Reed, Rebecca Reed, Latham Cole, Butch Cavendish, and Captain J. Fuller. As you can see on the front, it says you do get 16 of the curved train track pieces and 4 of the straight train track pieces, and as you can see, those are surrounding the box right now. Here is your track that you get with this set, and this is a lot of track pieces put together to create a very big loop that you can sit in, and it's really fun to push your train around you. But it does take up a lot of space, so either if you get this set and you don't have a lot of space, then either just don't build the tracks, or this might not be the set for you. But anyway, you do get this really cool feature in part of the track that is really fun to use. As you can see, there's a TNT on that bunch of rocks there, and if I push down this lever here, as you can see, the rocks will explode. So that's all for our train tracks. Now let's get to the minifigures. Here's the Lone Ranger, and he is a really cool figure. I really like his face. You could use that for a bandit face or a cool superhero face with the mask. His hat is really awesome. The white version that you get, a cowboy type hat. And his printing is also very cool, that you get a nice Western Lone Ranger look, and then you get his sheriff badge, as you can see. His leg printing, there is not too much, it just kind of continues down. And he is also equipped with 2 very nice new Lego pistols. The back printing is really cool because it matches up the front, and I've noticed on a lot of minifigures like this that have a suit or something, the back printing there's not much, and Lego doesn't really have to do that. But I really appreciate Lego for actually using their money and spending it on doing back printing for figures that don't really need it. So I think that's really cool. He does not have a double-sided face or anything printed on the back of his head. So there is your back printing. Here is the Lone Ranger's horse, and this is a really cool animal to add to your collection because this is one of the horses where the back legs are posable, so you can make it stand up. The printing on it is, there's just a bit printing on the front, and it's a very nice mold overall, and it can fit on the Lego studs. And as you can see, it has its saddle on our harness, and then if you put on this white piece, you can see that it looks more like a wild horse except for the printing on its face. And here you can see the horse standing on its back legs, and its head can move up and down, which you probably already knew. And you can also keep a couple items in its saddle. So there is the Lone Ranger's horse. As you can see on Tonto, he has some really cool torso printing. I like that tan Indian color to him, and he has a little bit of what looks like some gold on there. Just a very nice Indian look overall. He's wearing some face paint, and the character that plays this is Johnny Depp. So I believe this is the third character that LEGO has made of Johnny Depp, which is very good for Johnny Depp if he is into Legos. As you can see on the hairpiece, it's very detailed. There's some feathers on there, and it is more rubbery, as well as the bird that is on it, and you can take the bird off. So there's a little tiny pin that goes in there on the bottom of the bird. It's kind of like some Friends hairpieces from the LEGO Friends line. And so that bird is really cool, and you might be wondering, well, is that like his pet bird or something? But that is all just part of his headdress. Now we will take off his headdress and his shovel away so you can see his printing a little bit better. So here he is without his headpiece, and you can see his printing a lot better. And as you can see, just really awesome Indian printing. Here is his back printing and his other side of his face, and he comes with a scared face on the back. And I really like that scared face, so I think he's going to be a funny character in the movie. And then you can see his shoulder blades and a belt on the back, and just a little bit of detail under that belt. So there you have Tonto. Here is Danny Reed, and this is a really cool figure, a very nicely dressed young boy, and he is holding a really cool printed slingshot piece. And I do wish that LEGO could have made a piece for that, but I'm glad that they went with printing instead of a sticker for that. I'm sure they wouldn't have done a sticker, but I'm just very thankful that they didn't do that, because that would have been horrible. Also, his face is pretty cool because you have a few freckles on there, and his hairpiece is cool. They didn't use a really common hairpiece or anything, and I'm very happy with this figure, and I'm hoping to see if he is a main character. Now let's see the back. Here's his back printing, and this is a lack of back printing, but I'm still thankful that LEGO did it, and really makes it look like he's wearing a nice little suit. And his other side of his face, he's more of a scared look, because he is a little kid and you got some bad guys in here with guns, so I'd be pretty scared if I was in his situation. And here is Rebecca Reed, Danny Reed, the young boy that we just showed you, his mother, which that's very interesting that she is in this. It's either that or an older sister, but I'm assuming it's his mother, and I'd really like to know the story of that in the movie. She's wearing a nice dress there, and her hairpiece is really cool, and it looks kind of short in the front, but you'll see in the back she has a ponytail. And she has more of a serious face, I'm guessing, because her son is on the train with these bad guys and she wants to protect her son or something. That's what I'm assuming. And then on her neck there, you can see she's wearing a nice little necklace. Now let's see the back. Here you can see her ponytail and the back of her dress. Really nice printing of the dress. It's just a really, really cool dress. I like how detailed the printing is, and I really like the color of it. Here is Butch Cavendish, and he's a very mean and scary looking figure, but really cool. I'm really digging that printing that he has there. Ragged, Wild West cowboy look, and he is using a dark version of the pistol that the Lone Ranger was wielding, and I really like it. Really new mold that is, and I think it's fantastic. His headpiece is also awesome because you get that black hat up there, which is really cool, and it is attached to his hair, although it would have been cool if LEGO made it so they were two different pieces. But it's still, I really like his long hair that he has. As you can see on his face, he's pretty scarred up and has a nice beard there. And he looks pretty angry. So now let's see the back printing. On the back printing, I have to say this, it looks pretty pointless to me because it's just a few lines across there, but still nice that Lego did that. And you can see his other face, and I really wonder, is this a printing mistake for me, or did Lego do this in all of these sets? But he doesn't have a beard on the back of his face, so maybe there's something where there's a flashback or something, or this guy, it shows him like it starts off a long time ago before current time in the movie. I don't know, but he doesn't have a beard on the back of his face, but he does on the front. So I'm just a little confused about that. Also, I think this guy is the main bad guy, so I forgot to mention that. So there is Butch Cavendish. Here we have Latham Cole. I believe that's how you would pronounce it. And he's wearing a nice suit. He looks like he is, he called up the little boy in this, Danny Reed, the morning before, and told him, hey, let's wear our matching gray suits, because it looks like he's wearing the same outfit to me, but it's still pretty cool. And I really like that hat that he has in black, and you can see his face and very nice beard there. And he has a very big gun, and I hope he wouldn't shoot it at anybody, because that looks like that might hurt. So there is Latham Cole. Let's see the back printing. Here's the back printing, and just like most of these figures, not much, but still nice that they did it. And there is Latham Cole, everybody. Here is Captain J. Fuller, and he is the last but certainly not least, because he is a really cool figure. I really love that headpiece. It is all one piece, but it's still really cool. I believe he is a cavalry captain, and his sword is very cool. Looks like a pirate sword, but we're using it here. And that is a really cool satchel thing that he has, because you can put his sword in there, and you actually get an extra one of those along with an extra sword. So that is a very nice feature that Lego did there, but I believe that was just a mistake that they put an extra. His printing is, there's not much, it's still really nice on the front torso. You have some gold there, and you can see there's a little bit of printing on his hat. Now let's see the back. And here he is from the back. He doesn't have much back printing on his back, but his hair is really cool. It looks kind of long there, and I really like the color of his hair. And there is the back printing on his face, and he looks very angry here. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Looks about as angry as General Zod with his laser eyes, if you know what I'm talking about from my Superman review. So there is Captain J. Fuller. Let's get to the set itself. Here is the front of the train, and it's a very nice detail, a really fun build. And you got a lot of nice detail up at the top where the smoke comes out. You got a light up there. I really like how they built that. You got a bell, whistles, and you got your cow catcher in the front with a Sensei Wu hat, or Sensei hat from Ninjago on the front there, which is really cool detail. Then in the back, you got these really cool magnet pieces so it can connect to other trains. And there's the inside of the train. You just got some controls in there for the conductor. And it's a really nice build. You got some windows right there and a couple of stickers. You got the TCRR, same on the other side. So there's 2 stickers on that part. Let's get to the second part of the train. Here is the second part of the train, and this is the coal. This is where you keep the coal. And this matches up nicely with the front of the train. And as you can see, it says the Constitution. This also has 2 stickers on it. It says Constitution on the other side. And it has 2 magnet pieces at both ends, so it can connect to 2 parts of the train. And there is the front and the back. And as you can see, you can open up the top and put a figure in there. Here is the 3rd part of the train and what looks like the bad guys part of the train. You got a really cool Gatling gun there that you can spin around the little barrels, each little barrel on there, so it can shoot out its bullets, even though it doesn't really shoot, but it's still a really cool feature. You get a little crate with a lot of silver in that, and those pieces are really cool looking. And then you get a wine bottle or whatever beverage that's in there. Then you get a just barrel right there for decoration, and that cannon, the Gatling gun, is very movable in very different ways. So I think this is one of the coolest parts of the train. So let's get on to the 4th part. Here is the 4th part of the train, and this part of the train is really cool because you have 2 sliding doors, which is hard to build, putting those on there, but it's still worth it in the end because it's a really cool feature. There's nothing in there and you cannot take off the top part or else it will fall off, but it kind of does look like that. And then on the back wall there is some TNT, and there's a feature at the top there where you can blow it up, and I'll show you that feature right now. And there's a little jail cell inside of there, so I guess someone's been trapped in there. And you get some nice little lights on each side, little lanterns, and it looks like it's made out of a lot of wood or something, and that's really nice. That's all for the train. Now let's see the final part of the set, the water tower. Here's the water tower you get in this set, and I'm glad that LEGO put this in here because this is a very nice addition to the set. And you get the TNT, the really cool bush piece, the TNT plunger, or at least what LEGO meant to look like a TNT plunger. You can knock the tower down like so. And then you can, as you can see, the water is spilling out. And then you have the little, I guess, faucet for the water coming out at the top. And the support's really nice, and it's all a really cool build. So that's all for this set. Let's get to the verdict. I hope you enjoyed this review because I know I did. I'd give this a 10 out of 10 rating. It's a very nice set because of all the 7 minifigures, the great detail, the giant train track. And please stay tuned, please subscribe because I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos this summer. Just please comment. So remember to build your imagination with LEGO. Pugnacious 10 is out.